Hello, welcome to CLSP Politics. Sean Briscoe speaking. It's been a minute. I am in Wisconsin. We got snowed on yesterday, cut into our field program a little bit. It's the weather. What are you going to do? Um, but I've got some updates. We're in it now. and I'm speaking from firsthand experience being on the ground in Green Bay, which is like kind of a battleground inside a battleground. It's like a those little Russian dolls. There's like a battleground all the way down. That's kind of how it feels like here because we've got wards that are battleground wards, otherwise known as precincts. Friends of mine in Texas and other states that use that word. Ward is what they use here. They use it in other states too. It's one of those weird things. But yeah, it's I'm like got battleground upon battleground upon battleground. I'm like three-dimensional battleground chess. So what I'm telling you is actually what I'm seeing. So my team goes out and we knock on the doors and da 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 da, and I get reports back pretty regularly, and we feel good. Everyone seems to feel pretty positive. Of course, Trumpers are everywhere and they're very loud, but we did notice that what shimmel signs there are out. There are quite a few in yards, like regular normal people yards. All that's true, but a lot of commercial too. And when they get blown down by wind and or lots of rain or any of the other number of things that we deal with on a pretty regular basis here in doing these field programs, your big signs tend to get like knocked down or wobbled over or whatever. Wind, we had like 50-mile-an-hour gust winds like 4 days ago. So you're going to lose signs. And the time it takes to get those signs back up tells you a little bit about their organizational structure, and what their manpower level is. And oh man, there's been this one sign literally a crossroads in old downtown Green Bay that has been put up once, but has been blown down and it's been down. So anyway, that's just one of the weird things that we always look for. But other than that, the doors have been really friendly. People are, I think having a daily reminder in the news of what it means not to vote. And in a spring election, there's usually lower turnout in these elections. So, yeah, it's very interesting to see how that's all kind of playing out and the attitude of the people that are, very much into, Judge Crawford and what she's standing up for and what she's about. Very, very big into that. And the people that are kind of on the fence, honestly, after watching what the MAGA are doing to the federal government, they're kind of, you know, maybe there is such a thing as too much crazy. So there's a lot of people that would normally I would classify as independent voters are kind of leaning down because they're looking around going, listen, I didn't mean for them to burn down the entire government. That's not what I voted for, and that's what they're getting. So there's a buyer's remorse, and I think that'll translate into votes. One of the big issues that they're talking about here in Wisconsin, and certainly in Green Bay, is the choice issue, abortion. It's interesting that I think it's probably whereas like normally it's like such a number one pulled issue. What we're starting to see is that it's joining other things are joining it like in levels of importance. For example, the economy, manufacturing, those kind of things tend to, and this is a manufacturing town. I mean, yeah, there's stacks everywhere. There's shipment. They've got the river. There's lots of anyone tells anybody who tells you that we don't manufacture in this country should drive through Green Bay on any given day. Trucks and manufacturing and packing plants, all that stuff. Amazing. Anyway, so what we're seeing a lot of people looking around going, you know what? Kind of like water to be drinkable, kind of like air to be breathable, kind of like that there was a Department of Education. And they're making the kind of turn towards Crawford. And because of the amount of money it's being spent in the state right now, I mean, Elon just dropped 60 million, I don't know, like 48 hours ago when this is being recorded. So, yeah, there's money being this is by far the most money spent in a spring election in the history of Wisconsin. I guarantee, 100%. So that's where we're at. So real quick, I do want to talk about choice a little bit here in Wisconsin. I did go to I've gone to a couple events and talked to a few people that are are kind of that are in the mix and pushing the issue, and it was really interesting. But kind of like to talk about what's happened in Wisconsin since they passed their 1828 abortion law. Anyway, this has happened. This is 2013 to 2023. Yeah. So to say that there is a number of women in this state not having proper medical care is kind of an understatement. Uh, it's not that there was a ton of abortions here in this state, but I mean, obviously. But what's interesting, and I'm going to point this fact out real quick, just to talk about this just a half a second. Um, uh, you get a nationally abortion's up 2%. So I think people are taking it more seriously now that, there's huge swaths of this country that don't have the option, and that they're going to other states and making sure, they're taking care of themselves and making the decisions that meet their life and what they view as what's needed without the government stepping in and deciding that for us. So anyway, uh, going back to my little slideshow. This is me at the rally. This was in Green Bay. 4 OBGYNs spoke, and yeah, it's pretty rough. I mean, they're the front line of that fight. I'm the front line of this fight. And they really had a lot of really amazing and impactful things to say about where women's health is here in Wisconsin. And it's concerning, very concerning. Um, and but a lot of people showed up. This is the middle of a day on a Tuesday, so this is a good crowd for a Tuesday. Um, and there's a lot of people that are kind of over it. This is by far my favorite sign. But this kind of gives you an idea. I can honestly tell you, this is the temperament we're seeing on the doors. So, I have hope for Wisconsin. Um, and it's early voting in Wisconsin right now. I just want to remind everybody: defend democracy, vote early. It's important. And again, thank you for watching. If you wish to support this channel, we have a PayPal, CLSP Politics. Like and subscribe. Share this with anybody in Wisconsin because it's early voting right now. They need a reminder. All right, I'll talk to all you guys later.